Xtreme Sports has taken another step forward with the opening of a new $7.6 million world-class facility called the Xtreme Skatepark. Over the weekend, hundreds of athletes from Singapore and the region came down to catch the inaugural Singapore Xtreme Championship. So what goes into making the park and why does it cost $7.6 million? We asked Darren White, a skate park and building designer from the company that made it, Convic Design. Alright, tell us a bit about yourself.
I've been skateboarding for about just over 20 years now, and I'm a building designer and kind of blended the two together, so I design skate parks now.
Okay, and this skate park is sort of designed by the company, right? How much did it cost?
It cost, I think, about $6.7 million, so it's quite expensive, and a lot of that cost has to go into the ground because it's quite unstable soil, so we had to stabilise that first.
So bring us through the building of a skate park. How is it conceptualized to the eventual product?
Okay, we generally meet up with the skaters that are locals and find out what they want. So they were after a competition-style street course so that they could hold events like we've had today and yesterday. Asian X Games, all these different sports. An intermediate bowl and then a deep bowl as well, so that they can practice sort of vert skating. Also to walk around. The spectating was a big thing for this park as well. We needed to make it accessible for spectators and the general public to get around too.
How many people can it hold?
You would get probably 5,000 to 10,000 people would be able to watch an event at any one time, and a lot of the areas around, you'll see these flat grass areas, they can accommodate temporary seating, and that's been designed so that people can watch events in the vert bowl or the street course or the combo bowl as well.
People associate graffiti with skate parks and stuff like that. What if people vandalize this area? Does it affect the way it skates or?
It can to a point. The best surface is just the raw concrete. It just gives the best grip and the best traction. When you put any type of paint on a surface, whether it's from a spray can or a paint tin, it can just sometimes make it a little bit slippery. Generally, after a few weeks, it wears in and that grip comes back, but you just don't know when it first goes on.
Okay. Tell me what makes this park different from any neighborhood park and all that.
The thing that sets this one apart from not just the local skate parks, but any other skate park in the world, is the way that it's integrated into the landscape. All the planting that's around the skate park and how it punches into all these different pockets. There's no other skate park in the world that has that.
Tell me a bit about the bowl.
Okay, this is a 3.6 metre deep bowl. It's a vertical bowl, which means it has a vertical element to the top section. This enables all the riders to actually go very, very high. They generate a lot of speed, and they can do airs like you would have seen yesterday. They were going about 8 feet above the top of the platform, really, really high. And the size of the curve that you have, if you fall from the top, you actually land on that curve. Okay. With some of the smaller elements, if you fall from the top, you don't land on the curve, you pretty much fall to the bottom. And this has pool coping all the way around, so that's a different element. In most skate parks they have steel coping, which is the pipe that runs around the top. The pool coping just adds another element to this that makes it a better bowl to skate and ride around.
Okay, how about that one? What's that?
That one's called the combination bowl or the combo bowl, and that's just a collection of different elements, different heights, different kind of obstacles in there. And the unique thing about that is just the layout. Each skater or rider will find a different way to go around from one section to the next.
Okay. How about this one?
The street course, it's set up as a perfect competition street course. It's really, really big, well spaced out, can accommodate a lot of people, and there's a really big range of elements within the park. If you start on one side, we've sort of geared that more up to beginners, so there's smaller elements, banks starting at about 10 degrees and they're only 300 millimetres high. Then it splits off into the intermediate zone, which is the central area. They have slightly steeper banks that range from probably about 20 degrees to 30 degrees, and the heights range from 1.2 metres up to 1.8. Okay. And then if you shift across again to the outside edge of the park, we have the most advanced elements.
The steepest.
The steepest, the biggest, the highest, they're up to, I think, about 3.6 metres high. There's a big jump box, which is very popular with the BMX bikes, and that design was done in consultation with some of the local BMX riders, they said, we want it this high, we want this radius, we want that much flat top because that's a perfect jump box. And the reason we put the advanced elements on that edge is so that the people that go along the cycle path can see how exciting and dramatic this skate park is. We've left that side open so people can see right in and see all the action happening all the time.
For more on the Singapore Extreme Championships, check out our other RazorTV videos.